So there's this anime content creator on TikTok. His name is One Take Big Dog, and I love his content. Now, he's not the biggest fan of Luffy, and that's okay, it's his opinion. But in one of his videos, he talked about what is the difference between Luffy pre-time skip and post-time skip. Luffy's changed a lot, but the thing that I believe changed the most was his leadership and how much it has evolved. Luffy has become such a good captain, not to say that he was one pre-time skip, but he sharpened his skills and became such a respectable captain. In this video, we'll talk about the qualities of being a leader, things he did pre-time skip, and everything he did post-time skip. If you guys enjoy regular anime content, then make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that out of the way, my name's Potential Unleashed, and let's talk about the evolution of Luffy's leadership. To clarify, leader has people who willingly want to follow them. That's the Thestriatus, and the best example of this is Zoro's introduction. He basically told Luffy, hey, I'll be a pirate, but if you get in the way of my ambition, you better commit habakiri. And if you guys don't know what that is basically the Japanese version of committing suicide, specifically in the samurai tents when they go and stab themselves in the stomach in order to retain their honor. This is done in Wano when Zoro was about to do it, and he ended up killing the magistrate. But we consider Zoro to be the most loyal Straw Hat who is willing to give up his life for Luffy. So that's one example of how he incorporated somebody to want to willingly follow him. To be a leader, you don't necessarily have to be the strongest, most powerful, or the smartest person. You just have to have people who want to follow you. I would do a compilation of the Straw saying Luffy be the Pirate King, but that would take too long. But everyone in the crew has said it, and Frankie and Robin, they've said it in the manga, and it'll be animated in the future. In the One Piece verse, every faction has different leaders. The world government has the admirals and fleet admirals, and they have the Gorosei and people above them. The revolutionary army, they have Dragon, and the pirates, they have their captains. There are no two leaders that are the same, which is why watching two pirate crews or two different factions with different ideals is very entertaining. In terms of Luffy as a leader, he's honest and incapable of lying. We all know Luffy tries to put on a poker face where it never works, and him being incapable of lying, it allows him to have great trust and credibility with his crew. He's very confident, which bounces that energy to other people, inspiring them. Marineford's the best example of this, where Mihawk talks about Luffy and how he inspires others and gets them to follow him. He always has a positive attitude. Luffy's the type of person to be himself. He doesn't conform or change. He doesn't play favorites, which is why he learned gears. He stated that there were some people in his crew who were weak, and that's okay. That just means he has to get stronger. He still wants them to be a part of their crew, which is kind of what the whole Usopp situation was about, which we'll talk about later in the video. One of the best qualities of a leader is to talk less and listen more, because it makes people feel valued, that you actually care what they're talking about, which is kind of ironic since Luffy doesn't listen to what people have to say, but Luffy doesn't talk people's ears off, and he allows them to have their own individuality. He's the prime example of leading by example. Whenever they're coming up with a plan, Luffy's already taken off, where Enies Lobby's the best example of this. We all know that Luffy's supposed to stay on the train, and he took off, got rid of the guards, and made it easier for everybody else. But different aspects that I like about his leadership, specifically his friends. Whenever they're hesitant to ask for help, he doesn't hesitate to try and help them. With Nami, he fought all along saying, don't make my navigator cry, when she was reluctant to ask for help. Robin didn't want to die, so Luffy told her to say she wanted to live, and when she did, he basically said, it's alright, as your captain, I'll come and save you. He took away all of their burden and suffering, and he did it for more than just Nami and Robin, but those are the two best examples I like to use. A moment I think we don't talk about enough is Vivi when they were on Drum Island. She was a major influence on Luffy. He was going to go head first into the people who shot at him. However, Vivi showed him that you can't solve everything with violence and just by punching things and using your fist without thinking. If he attacked those people, who would have saved Nami? And that's when Luffy realized he has to be level-headed at times, or else he'll put part of his crew or other people that he cares about in danger. Luffy vs. Usopp was a situation where I believe Luffy wasn't in the wrong, and although others can have influence and voice their opinions, he's the captain and he has the final say. He did what he had to do. He fought Usopp in a duel and won. We see the interaction with Zoro where we see Luffy break it down, and Zoro says that you cannot waver. As our captain, if you break down, then who can we look to when we're lost?
Why? それがキャプテンだろ。迷うな。お前がフラフラしてやがったら、俺たちは誰を信じりゃいいんだよ。
Zoro talks about Usopp not being able to join the crew again until he apologizes, where Luffy grew and understood why. Even though he wanted Usopp back, he understood what Zoro was trying to say. And even the captains, sometimes leaders, they need to be put in check. It's just how they deal with it and how they grow from it is what makes a good leader. We have the scene with Bellamy where Luffy didn't fight back because it mirrored what Shanks did to the Mountain Bandits, and we know Shanks is a good captain. He also didn't fight back because Bellamy had no dreams that he aspired to, so it would be kind of pointless. At the start of the time skip, Luffy made the decision that they weren't strong enough, that they had to stop, train, and get stronger. That's being a good captain, because if they were to go straight into the New World, then they probably would have made it to Fishman Island. They wouldn't make it farther because Caesar and his devil fruit, they couldn't use Haki, so they would have been killed. This showcases his change in leadership, because even Zoro says this is something unlike what Luffy would do. He goes along with plans more like in Punk Hazard, the wedding, etc. because he understands that he's not strong enough, which was proven by how easily Big Mom brushed him off in Whole Cake Island and how easily Kaido defeated him in Curie. A few things I want to talk about post-time skits, specifically Fishman Island, Zao, Whole Cake Island, and Wano. In Zao, Luffy wanted Momonosuke to stop being a figurehead and grow as a leader, where he wanted him to ask for help and be the leader that he said he was. And once he did that, that was when the Mink Samurai Pirate Alliance, that's when it happened. Luffy's known for taking responsibility for his actions as displayed in Fishman Island, in the fact that he challenged Big Mom and told her to wait till he comes and beat her up in the New World so that she wouldn't destroy Fishman Island, since he was the one that ate all the candy and put them in a pickle. In Whole Cake Island, we get one of the best scenes showcasing that Luffy's okay with his crew making their own decisions. When Frankie told Luffy he wanted to destroy the toy house, Sanji saying, hey, can we send a counterattack towards Big Mom? Jinbei saying he has to go back and help his fellow pirates, where we get the famous line of, I'll see you in the land of Wano, come at any cost. 忘れんな、ジンベエ。お前の船長はもう俺だぞ。和の国で待ってる。必ず来い。Luffy listens to what his crew has to say, and he values their opinion and doesn't try to dictate what they can and can't do. Luffy versus Sanji was one of Luffy's best moments as a captain. He wanted to talk to Sanji, nothing more, nothing less, where in his fight against Cracker, Luffy stated he was fine if Sanji was happy and wanted to leave the crew. All he wanted was for Sanji to tell him to his face that he would leave. Then there was the duel where Luffy gets injured badly, and he says this isn't you, since he knows Sanji's personality so well and claims he can't become the king of the pirates without him. He needs his left wing. He's acknowledging his friend's strength, importance, and everything that he's burdening. And after he was still injured, he fought against Big Mom's children wave after wave, and even starved until Sanji gave him food, and we know how much Luffy loves to eat. Sanji! お前がいねえと、俺は海賊王になれねえ! The fight against Katakuri is one that solidifies why Luffy is a great captain. He understood that Katakuri would be a problem for the rest of his crew, and he took their fight to the mirror world, cutting him off from the others where Katakuri stays. So this is a captain's determination, and probably the best moment as a captain in this fight was when Luffy was getting beat up and his crew asked if he was alright. He lied and gave them a smile, because if they had any doubt that he wasn't okay, it would make them worry and lose focus on escaping from Whole Cake Island. In Wano, Luffy understood that it wasn't him or Yamato's turn to start the fight, but the Kaizen 9, and then we have the whole scene when Kiyomon in the anime, he was going crazy, Denjiro, Nekomamushi, Izo, then we have the Tsunachi scene, which was amazing, and I truly believe that if Luffy was pre-time skip, we had old Luffy, that he wouldn't be so understanding. His fight with Kaido states that he should have taken off his head as a trophy, because without evidence, as long as people believe Luffy's alive, they would keep fighting. With adult Momonosuke, Luffy told him that he's been an emperor of the sea, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore, and that he'll win the fight and defeat Kaido, which boosted the morale of the alliance. But overall, I believe Luffy's a phenomenal leader, and people only say otherwise because they have a different idea of how a leader should act. They think just because of Luffy's personality, since he's not the cutthroat or your standard typical leader, he's not a good leader, where in fact he checks all the right boxes. But let me know how you guys feel about Luffy as a leader. Do you guys love him? How do you guys feel about his evolution? Luffy is a great leader, and I'd want him to be my captain. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat is on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.